community of BYU fans, thousands of posts daily. This question comes from one of their insider subscribers, and it's a question for you, Blaine. Who is responsible for our players having the correct cleats?
Yeah, this is Cleatgate.
And will having the game in the morning be helpful if we aren't able to get the proper cleats for our players? Everyone noticed BYU's guys were slipping around, and Iowa State's guys were not.
They slipped a little, but not to the level that BYU's, yes. So there's two different styles of cleats that you can wear. And let me answer the first question first. It's a combination of equipment and the players, because the equipment managers make suggestions and the players in the end decide. I think after this game, the equipment managers and the coaches just need to make the entire decision, right? The problem is the one that would give you better footing for that game is a lot heavier. So a lot of guys choose the lighter shoe. BYU, for the most part, when that field's in good shape and dry, wears molded cleats. They're like plastic molded on the bottom, like Nike Vapors. They're really light. It's almost like wearing a track shoe, so you feel faster in those. When the field gets soft and wet, and in this game, they've had that field covered all week last week, but when they took that cover off, as we got into the evening, the dew point came down and dew started to settle on that field, and it's a big sand-based field that drains a lot of water. It gets really soft. Then when the field gets soft and you have those molded cleats, it's almost like everybody's gone out and golfed early in the morning when the dew's on the grass, and you come out, or you look off on the bottom of your foot and you're like, I'm slipping. And it's just nothing but grass. It's like wearing flat shoes, like just gets up into those golf shoes. Yeah. And you come over to this, you go over to those things where you clean them out. That's what those molded cleats look like after about 2 plays out there. They're just completely packed with turf, wet turf in the bottom of them, and you start to slip. The other style of shoe is a screw-in,
which the Iowa State guys had.
They're a little bit longer. They're spread out. They're less likely to cake up. So further apart, bigger, and a little bit longer. And when the field's wet and soft, you get better footing with that. But they're significantly heavier.
Yeah.
So players, unless they have to have
heavy
them,
and uprights,
they would always prefer to have the lighter cleat if they have good footing. Well, I think you'd rather have a heavy shoe if you're not going to slip down and fall, right? And so the equipment managers, especially this time of year, should be bringing 2 sets to every single game. I'm not sure that happened, that they had 2 sets for everybody. I think they made recommendations. Hey, it could be wet. Do you want this or do you want that? And the players decide that this is what they want. And then I don't know, they easily could have run over at halftime if they felt like they're having a big enough problem. But it's a combination of the equipment manager making a recommendation and the player deciding what they want to do. But in the morning, this weekend, it could be rainy.
Yeah, they should come out with spikes.
Yeah,
I don't care how slow it makes them.
I think you wear the most aggressive, spread out cleat that you can wear.
And it was just a thing for the fans where they're just like, they're getting killed, and then the players are slipping all over, and then they're like, everything's
what's going
wrong
on right now?
Even the shoes.
We can't even not slip. Right?
I imagine the hot dogs were cold. It was just a terrible night for everybody, and that question was, come on, what about the shoes?
Yeah.